Hello, my YouTube friends. It's the Mass Mukbang Man back at you again. So, today's mukbang is going to consist of corn on the cob. Here, we have sausage here, boiled potatoes and boiled eggs, rice, sweet peppers, and cucumber. Look at that. All right, before we get started for my prayer, I'm going to use 1 Kings chapter 19. I'm going to use two verses from there. And I'm going to read that now. Okay. All at once, an angel touched him and said, "Get up and eat." He looked around, and there by his head was some bread baked over hot coals in a jar of water. He ate and drank, and then he lay down again. The angel of the Lord came back a second time and touched him and said, "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." So he got up and ate and drank. Strengthened by that food, he traveled 40 days and 40 nights until he reached Horeb, the mountain of God. There he went into a cave and spent the night. That's something, isn't it? So that's Elijah. All right, I'm ready to dig in, so I'll put that on the side and let's just get at it. Before we get to eating, the food, of course, was prepared by my wife, my boo. Boo, are you there? Boo,
Uh-huh.
are you there?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's just get going. Here we go. Mr. Rice. That's the sausage. So, I know that a lot's been going on. And I'll be honest with you. I'm not. I'm not one to gravitate towards gossip or tea. But this thing that's been going on out there with Stephanie and avocado, I'm going to get into that. But I'm going to get into that more deeply in my next video. But for now, I just want to say just a few things from my observation. It's difficult to tell which one is telling the truth, who's who, because if you've watched Nick Ricardo, he's very, dramatic about things, and he's not the quiet type. But since this whole thing blew up, I think he was taken aback and he kind of just disappeared for a while, and then they released another video, a new video, but in a different mode. It's not the same avocado. Now, Stephanie, to be honest, guys, I really haven't seen much of her videos. There's one thing I like to do is tell the truth. So, with that said, I haven't watched much of her videos. I've only seen lately her videos because, avocado is involved. So if I'm going to say anything today, I'm going to say that she's getting more views because of whatever it was that she went through with avocado. And I'm not saying what they did because that's we're going to talk about another day. What was right, what was wrong, but this whole situation gave her more views, and I know that avocado mentioned that, so that's true. That part's true. We'll talk about the rest another time. But it's the buzz of the day, and not unlike avocado, I want to get the information right before speaking to a subject. So let's let that sit there for a while, and we'll get back to that. So this food is good. Guys, I haven't had the sauce, Beloved's sauce yet. Um, I may be doing a mukbang with that sauce. I just, from what I've heard and what I've actually researched a little bit, it's not easy to purchase it. They say the ones on eBay are phonies, so I really don't know what to believe with that stuff. But I guess in a situation like that, it might be a good idea for them to find another way of distributing it so that we know we're getting the real stuff. But I'm gonna continue to check Amazon, I think it is, until I can get one and see what all the buzz is about. Because this sauce, the sauce right here that I have, I'm totally happy with it. Well,
Yes.
this sauce that you're making,
The what?
the sauce that you made, this is really a good sauce.
Thank you, boo.
It's spice. It has a little spice, not too much, It's really good. So, yeah, I definitely appreciate a good meal. So, we're gonna make that happen in one of our mukbangs. I'll try that sauce. Yeah. So what else is going on? haven't been able to follow up. I haven't heard any more about the masked mukbang girl. I wasn't sure whether or not she was being held hostage or not. I'm gonna follow up on that and see what happened to her. And I'm gonna get back in my next video and talk about that too. Seems like dramatic things just pop up and then they fall off. So you can't help to wonder, is it just for the buzz? Just for the viewership? I mean, I know that that's part of that's part of entertainment. We've seen it in boxing matches. We've seen it many different competitive situations. But we didn't expect to see it on a mukbang. And I probably shouldn't be laughing about that situation. Excuse me, only because like I said, we haven't dug deep into it yet to see or get a good feeling of who's telling the truth. Cucumbers are good. But we're gonna do that. You don't need the whole story to really know. Everything's out there for us. It's just a matter of pulling the information together. And that's what most things in life. Usually the information is there and it's just a matter of putting it together. And you find the truth. So, there's been this this series out on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Series The Messiah. Well, I've been watching it. That's just my kind of stuff. I like I like biblical things, biblical related. I'm not a pastor. Um, but I look at different information, try to absorb truth from what you see out there, and just leave the rest. So there's a saying is eat the meat and leave the bones. And a lot of different subjects, that's what we have. Is we have meat and bones, whether different story, we're talking about stories, we're talking about, you know, different things that happen, different scenarios. There's the stuff that happened, and then there's stuff that was made up along the way. Fact and fiction. Trying to get this sauce. I had it blocking before. I'm a rice person. Could never have too much rice. So let me get into a little bit of this egg here. Let me try the sauce with that. Even because I'm telling you, this sauce is good. I'm not just saying that because it's my wife and for her to appreciate it. I'm saying it because this sauce is good. And matter of fact, I like to get more of this because I think she made this one up. Since I've been doing these mukbangs. Ginger ale. Schweppes. Wow. Guys, I tell you, I can't stop eating. When food is good, that's the problem. You just keep going. And then I'm telling you, with the dipping of this sauce, you can see I haven't even gotten to the potatoes yet. Corn is really good. Corn on the cob. There's only one way to eat corn. It's like you're playing the piano going across. Yeah, so what I like to do with my mukbangs is, yes, obviously a lot of eating, especially when it's a lot of good stuff like this. But I would like you to leave me learning something new, something different. And when I look at your comments, you know, I would really like to do the same. I'd like to learn something new from you. Something I didn't know yesterday. Because that's what a life experience is you know, learning something new, something different. Wow, sauce is good. Okay, I can even have this sauce with potatoes, and it even brightens up potatoes. That's huge. There's a lot of people who don't like potatoes. Potatoes are good for you. If you can get a sauce that'll make you like that, and this is it. Um, Nothing against beloved, but you know what? I'm gonna try her sauce. I was just gonna say I'm not even gonna bother with her sauce, but I don't want to come off as not promoting. Um, I'll buy one, but I'll tell you this: if it's not competitive or competitively priced, I'll only buy one. I'm just being real with y'all. Excuse me. Oh, that's good. Now I haven't tried the sauce with the cucumbers. I don't. Cucumbers really don't need anything for a taste. Um, for me, it's even good with this. I wonder what she puts in there. I think the first ingredient that the main ingredient that has to be in these sauces is love. And it's in there, guys. I can taste it. Um, wow. That really brightens up the potatoes. So I'm thinking, what are you going to leave here learning? What are you going to? And I'm hoping. I'm thinking. I'm hoping. So I'm searching my mind for a piece of scripture that's important to remember. Wow, I didn't think I was going to eat all of this, and I still got eggs. Still have eggs. So go back with me, if you will. Let's take a trip back in time. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void. So that means can you tell me what that means? Didn't have a it was without form. So it didn't have a shape. Like you have people today saying, oh, the earth is round, oh, the earth is flat. You know what? Even though they can't agree, and I'm not going to go into that now, but even though everybody has their own conclusion, one thing they both agree on is that it has form. So the scripture says, in the beginning, the earth was without form, and it was void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. I mean, just think about that. Think about that till my next video. And we'll talk more about it. Because my thought is, well, first of all, the Bible was here before you and I. So it has it has authority. It has authority. And I'm not saying I believe it has authority, I'm saying it has authority. The history books, when you go to school and you're reading the history books, those books are authoritative. We're learning from those books. We believe that history to be true. We're not saying necessarily that it's true, but we believe it to be true. So unless we or until we find where something is not true, or we prove something is not true, authoritative in history, then we make the assumption that it's plausibly true. So some people may believe that the world just came into the Big Bang. This, I don't want to fill you too much. I just wanted you to leave with one thing different to think about. But I'm gonna tell you, if you believe in the Big Bang, now hear this. If you believe in the Big Bang, I'm actually okay with that. If you believe in the Big Bang, but the only thing is okay, if you believe in the Big Bang, it's okay. But the Big Bang coming to be into existence, it could be just equivalent to God saying, let it be. How it's carried out is one thing, but him just saying let it be is another. So the let it be is the word, and the carrying out, that is what you consider your science. From my perspective, I kind of never heard I never heard a pastor really speak to that, but and I've heard a lot of pastors speaking. I never really heard one speak to that. That there's a possibility that yes, this science that some people believe in versus the God theory, it might be okay. You know, so we'll see. Well, we hit our marker, 30 minutes, so can't go past that. Hey guys, I really appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, please hit that subscribe button. Like, don't dislike. Just like if you're gonna dislike, it's probably better you just don't see the channel. And I understand because everybody have different opinions and different feelings, but I'd like you to come back. There's different things we're going to talk about, and I want you to leave with something new, a new perspective. So, this is the Mass Mukbang Man. You guys have a great night, and until my next release video, take care.